Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to Apple Group of Schools new session 2022-2021. I am your English teacher. Let me introduce you first with your book, Oxford Progressive English, written by Chris Jobs. We are going to start with Unit 1, Expedition. First of all, we will check today's diary. Reading, textbook, page number 2, 3 and 4. Now we will come towards identification of new words. Then we will do lesson 2, 3, 4 exercises. I want you all to please hold your stationery with you with your textbook or notebook. Kindly open your page number 2, Unit 1, Lesson 1, Expedition. First of all, I would like to introduce you with the difficult words of this unit. Expedition, a long organized journey to a far away place. Sometimes we want to do different kind of experiments. This can also be called as expedition. Bumpy, not flat or smooth. Carefully, with great care, coin a piece of money made of metal. Hammer a tool with heavy metal head. Steadily, not changing in speed. Just remain at the frequent speed. Next, we'll start our chapter. Page number 2, write the date above the chapter. Unit 1, Lesson 1. Listen and speak. What is expedition actually? I want you to explain first that what is expedition? A journey undertaken by a group of people with a particular purpose, especially that of exploration, research or war. An expedition to the jungle of the Orinoco is an example. We have different synonyms for this word expedition, and the synonyms are journey or voyage. Let's start this chapter now. Question number 1. Talk about the picture. What have they just done? You just have to look the images here and you have to just raise a question for these people. For example, you have first 2 lines. He is just broken his spade. For this sentence, you have to make a question. What has the boy just done? You have to create these kind of question with these pictures. What has the woman just done? She is just dropped her knife. She is just put up a clothesline. She is just cut her hand. This question, what has the woman just done, is for these 3 lines. What's he just done? This is for point 7 and 8. He just lit a fire. He is just fallen off a cliff. You have to just make simple question for these sentences. I have already written it there. Okay. Question number 3, you have to practice it by yourself. Practice question and replies. Can you play basketball today? Can I borrow your dictionary? Similar questions like, can I borrow your ruler? Can I borrow this book? Can I use your computer? You have to practice these kind of short questions in the daily routine. Now come to page number 3, lesson 2, words. Here you have given with the different kind of words. Listen and find the words, then listen and repeat. The number 1 word is can opener. Repeat it with me, please. Can opener. Sledge. As you can see the images on your book, it's over there. So you just have to get the idea that what are these words stands for. Can opener, sledge, backpack, daypack, ice axe, compass, stove, sleeping bag. These are the words. You all know that what are these words. Can opener, you have to open something with the can opener at your home. Sledge, this will be used to pull heavy material. Backpack, you can carry it when you went for any expedition. Daypack, it's a must thing that you can have. Ice axe, it's used to break ice. Compass, you need it oftenly. Stove, this will be also a very useful thing in your expedition because you have to cook your food by yourself. Sleeping bag, yes, you can carry it too. Okay, here we have these words. Write these words on your notebooks and make sentences with these words on your notebooks. Start doing your work by drawing margin lines. Then put your date, classwork, unit 1, lesson 2, and then write the question and these words and make sentences in front of these words. This is your task. Come towards the question number 2. Complete the sentences with the words from exercise 1. You have to fill these blanks with the given words we have read above. Number 1. A dash shows you where the north is. I have written all the answer here. Number 1 blank is compass. A compass shows you where the north is. If you camp in the mountains, you need a warm dash at night time. Sleeping bag. Most campers carry a small dash for cooking meals. Stove. A dash holds everything that you need for a week's holiday. Backpack. A dash holds a few things that you need for a day trip. Daypack. You use a dash to open a can of fish. Can opener. To cut steps in the ice, mountaineers need an ice axe. You use a dash to pull people or goods across snow or ice. Sledge. Okay, so now moving on to the question number 4. Write the plural forms of these nouns in your notebooks in alphabetical orders. You have to do this question also on your notebooks. I have arranged them in the alphabetical orders and also in plural form. Address books, alarm clocks, bus stops, can opener, car parks, post offices, sleeping bags, swimming pools. You have to write it on your notebook as well. Come towards the page number 4. We have to read this page. Reading to expedition. Read and match each text to a picture and a map. First we have to read this, then we will match it. Not all children say to their mother, "Phone us from the North Pole, Mom." But Anne Daniel's 3 children said that to her just before she set off on her expedition. 3 months later, in June 2002, she phoned her family on a satellite phone to say, "I am here at the North Pole." For Anne and her co-traveler Caroline Hamilton, it was a double success. They were the first all-women team to walk to the North Pole. They had already walked to the South Pole. Underline the difficult words here: expedition, months, children, satellite phone, success, Caroline Hamilton, South Pole, North Pole. Their North Pole expedition was difficult. It was hard to pull their heavy sledges. Underline the word sledges and difficult. It was hard to pull their heavy sledges. The ice was not flat but bumpy. Not all the children say to their mother, phone us from the North Pole, mom. But Anne Daniel's three children said that to her mother just before she set off on her expedition. They said that, mom, please call us from any satellite phone. Next paragraph stated that for Anne and her co-traveler Caroline Hamilton, Anne and Caroline Hamilton are both co-travelers. It was a double success. They were the first all-woman team to walk to the North Pole. They had already walked to the South Pole. Their North Pole expedition was difficult. It was hard to pull their heavy sledges. The ice was not flat but bumpy. It's very difficult to walk on a bumpy ice. Like a sheet on your bed after a sleepless night, said one explorer. It was very cold, minus 50 degrees Celsius. It was so cold that the third woman, Pom, had frostbite on her toes. Underline the word frostbite and explorer. They phoned the research station for help. Please, could you send a plane for Pom? They asked. She can't walk any further. But Anne and Caroline walked on after a walk of 82 days across 1200 kilometers, and they reached their base in Canada again and ran home. Underline this whole last paragraph. This is very important. This is the story of women team who walked first to the North Pole. They were very excited for this expedition. The second expedition is in March 2001. Jim Shekhdar walked up the beach in eastern Australia. He had rowed alone across the Pacific from east to west. The journey of 16,000 kilometers took him over 9 months. In March 2001, Jim Shekhdar is a man who walked up the beach in eastern Australia alone. He had rowed his boat alone throughout 16,000 kilometers, and it took him over 9 months. At last moment, big waves turned his boat upside down. Jim had to swim last 200 meters to the beach. Don't help me, he called to helpers on the beach. I must do this on my own. Underline the words beach, boat, upside, waves, turn. Without help, he managed to break the record for this long cross-Pacific journey. Jim had several lucky escapes. One night, I was sleeping when I woke up suddenly. I could hear an engine noise. What he heard? He heard an engine noise. When I looked out, I saw a huge ship coming towards me. He got scared at that moment because he was alone on his expedition. Luckily, it missed me by a few meters. I was so shocked I couldn't sleep for a week. Sharks also appeared one day and circled the boat. Jim tied a knife to a stick. Then I pushed it into the side of one of the sharks. It didn't like that and soon disappeared. Jim joked with the reporters when he arrived in Australia. Don't come too close. I haven't had a bath for 274 days. This was just a joke or hilarious statement he made with the reporter. So our reading is finished. Now we have to match the text with the above mentioned picture. Number A, Pacific Ocean and Australia, related to text number 2, Shekdar's expedition. B is also B, North Pole, Canada and Pacific Ocean, related to expedition number 1. Text 1. C, you can see the image of Anne Daniel and her co-traveler Caroline Hamilton. So this picture is connected to expedition number 1, and the last D picture in which Jim Shekhdar rowed his boat alone across the Pacific from east to west, related to the second expedition. So our today's lecture is done. You have to read this Again, this will be your home task. I hope you felt comfortable in this lecture. Thank you.